Probably be the number one reason how I fucking smashed this car up first is not paying attention to driving because I'm trying to vlog. What an idiot. So today's not the greatest. I woke up to this morning with my wife telling me that the cat's dying. My kitty. It's like we've had him for probably 16 plus. I don't even know how old he is. Because one never thinks about that. I'm not counting the years that he's going to be alive. I just enjoy the ones that I got with him, right? So he is stationary and not moving, which is weird because yesterday he was up and about. So he's my grand white polydactyl. Would it be the second cat we owned? Well, I guess that's not our second, but there was a time when I'm like, we're not getting any more cats. I was like, unless if it's a polydactyl, which is the ones that have like 6+ toes instead of 5, so they look like they have massive feet. And
that's one fucking nice kitty right there.
He was adorbs right off the hops, and I said yes, of course, because I'm a softie when it comes to that. Hence why we have so many animals. So yeah, not good. Not superly impressed about it. Supposed to move a service rig this morning, and then that got kiboshed. I don't know what's going on with that, and really don't care. Just gonna go in and grab the mid. I think we're just taking mid. I don't know. We have that CHD stuff that is coming back from Fox Creek. It's supposed to be loading at 5 in the morning. Am I sad about my cat? Yeah, I'm pretty sad actually. I was sad all morning, but I just kind of laid with him. Put my hand on him. It's like, it's okay, buddy. It's time. But then I have to go to work, so that kind of sucks. But being trapped at home is just way too emotional for me. So I'm like, I'm fine with I hope he just goes peacefully in his sleep is all I kind of want. Just like I don't want him to suffer. He's drinking and eating by syringe, but you gotta feed it to him. It's kind of weird that just overnight. So that sucks. I hung out with him yesterday quite a bit. Because every time I put my feet up on the couch and go have a beer and watch some TV, he always comes and lays beside me, so good guy. So yeah, I'll take my whiny ass in and we'll grab the mid. We'll probably double line, I would think, and then we'll head up to Fox Creek. It is noon on a Monday, so you gotta get there early enough to get a reset in. I don't know if we're doing both rigs back to back like we did last time. So I don't know. Lack of information. But this morning that service rig is supposed to come back from Coal Camp Road, which is west of Sundre. The band is now 75%. I'm like, well, you're not gonna make. You can pretend to make 75% with 48 wheels with a booster that doesn't lift anything and just there for looks. And you should, I don't know, we never measured service rigs often because we avoided scales like the plague, and it was always out of the way to go and weigh, and you have a permitted route, so you're like, I'm gonna go on my permitted route. Usually wouldn't steer off it unless if it was like worst case scenario, there was an accident, you had to go around. But even then you should be phoning in and getting like change my routing. So I've only weighed a few, and I've never weighed any of the tries, so I have no idea. And I think it's Compass Eagle, which is now Treeline, I think. I took them out quite a while. I didn't make any video of it. I had some like short footage of me just kind of hauling it out. It was pretty cool, but it was cold that day, and I was just bummed out because it was cold, and I was wheeling a service rig, and I was stressed out about having to go on a location, which there was no problems at all. I stress out about stuff that I don't need to stress out about. And I know it's a bad habit I got. And I'm contemplating even today because I'm just bummed. So, stay tuned. We'll make something happen. Good news, I guess. Turns out the cat got out of bed and he's eating, drinking water, so that's weird. He was like lifeless before I left and all morning. Good, but that means I have to go through it again. Maybe. Maybe he just got ill, maybe he got poisoned, I don't know. Never had a problem living in the area that we live in, and our cats have been outside cats their whole life, and we've never had issues, so. And he's well known around the neighborhood because he's definitely a different looking cat. So. But anyways, updates. My light cord wasn't good. So I replaced the one end, and then I couldn't find the light cord tester. It's just like a plug that goes in, and then it has LED lights, right? So it shows you that you have all your stuff is working properly. I fixed the one end that I actually ripped out of the cord and just assumed that I'd be fine without testing it. So I hooked up this morning, and right away I was like, oh no, trailer lights, great. So I ended up replacing the other end too, and everything was fixed. So I double lined, fixed the light cord, swept off all the gravel that somebody else is too lazy to do, and here we go. Make our way to the sweet Fox Creek, have a nap over. My problem with Fox Creek is there's never really anything decent to eat there. I'm like, this place kind of sucks restaurant wise. My wife's uncle actually had a hand in building, I don't know if it was one of the two newer hotels. That's kind of his thing. They built that one in Slave Lake as well, the newer one, quite a while ago now. But before that, we're at the Fox one. I'm like, oh man, this place sucks. This place needs a hotel. And he asked me one time, I'm like, what do you think these towns need? I'm like, restaurants. But he's not really in the restaurant business, but he is in the hotel business. That was quite a while. That's like over 10 years ago. But yeah, Fox Creek still doesn't have a decent hotel or restaurant. So I don't know if there's anything else that's not on the strip. Like I have no idea what Fox Creek looks like. I've never been past the first like 2 streets and that industrial park kind of in the corner back there. Always wondered, but it's not like I could just go drive around in there and see if there's anything else in there. Should have an overview. Maybe I should look on the map one of these times. That would be ideal. But yeah, you can't get there by truck anyway, so there's no point. But maybe they have skip the dishes right to the truck. I've done that once or twice. But anyways, we'll mosey on. It looks like it's going to be a decently nice day. I don't know how cold it's going to get tonight, but since I have the mid, chances are I'm probably not going into location. The bed truck will bring me out my load to the road or something. I don't know which one we're going to, so I haven't got dispatch yet. Just going to Fox Creek. Easy parking now. Nobody's here. Not really all that cold, but it's stiffening up. It's cold enough, I guess. Let's head on out and we'll scoop up a pump.
You're out, buddy. Actually, Derek, just move up here to the side. Joe knows up here in the bed can back. Okay, sounds good. 5 Westlake.
heavy on the front. Sometimes you should wait to your airbags to equalize. And I thought I was good, thought I was good, thought I was good. Then I'm get going down the road and you're like, too heavy on the front. Which I was gonna check, gotta check the backs. Those definitely look like they should probably be redone. This thing needs a wash. 1, 2, 3, not it. Oh, that's a tire eater. Let me just go into my already open air box here. 84, 74. That already equalized because it was 74 and 90, so that went down a bit. It should be good on trailer. I got 90 and 80 at 33, 830. Left and right never read the same on wheelers for some reason, I don't know. I can tell you right off the hop that this one doesn't ride flat. So I'm gonna shake it back a little bit, which is a pain in the ass, because it's chained down. But it's not the end of the world. Did I say the scales were open? Buddy's trying to take a nap over there. Sorry. Dogs are already in. Yeah, you bugger. That might have been enough. Collar there. familiar place for some. We're at the Husky in Atchison. Where all the sleepy big rigs go to sleep. So it took forever to get. It wouldn't have mattered. We should have started way earlier in Fox Creek because we have 10 to 10 in Fox Creek. And then I don't know if it was just yesterday we found out that Wetaskiwin has 10 to 10 as well. I think they had it out for us yesterday because there was DOTs were waiting for us coming. And all the legal loads, like the tries that weren't overweight, well, we can't get a permit right now anyway, so we're only allowed to roll at 100%. And I don't know if they were just joking around, but somebody was waiting, and they had the mini scales and all that stuff. So I'm in Atchison because we can't go in with the wheelers. There's only 2 of us. We couldn't go into 10 to 10. I was like, it's like 1.6 kilometers of gravel. I'm like, why wouldn't you have an exception or like exemption? Sorry. I'm like, you gotta run out of there and you can only get out of there from 10 to 10 during band seasons. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, most people that have businesses off of gravel like that, that's only a short distance, they have exemptions. It's bullshit. So I literally got here 12 hours ago, 1 p.m., and it shut her down. Try to sleep all day? Ridiculous. I went in and I slept for till about 4, got up, went in, had the Mountain Man, which is 3 eggs, hash browns, 5 pieces of bacon, and toast. Came back out. It's like 6:30, 7. Just like, oh, I don't think I can sleep anymore. And turns out I can, because I fell asleep and I was gonna get up at midnight and like get going. And now it's 1 a.m. So we're like probably an hour from Atchison to Wetaskiwin to CHD's, and we'll unload, trying to be there alone and try not to get stuck. He's like, the yard's pretty soft. I'm like, well, that's awesome. Now that all the frost is gone, it's quite soft in here. It's like, man, I better not get stuck. There's another problem with doing shit in the middle of the night. Nobody's around. Which, somebody put the boiler like an asshole. I guess it's not bad. Everything should have been shuffled over maybe a little bit more, or I would have put it in that hole, but this is where it's gonna hang out, because I don't feel like trying to squish in somewhere. There was one spot, but it was at an angle, and I know it's softer over there. They said a bed truck's coming on Friday, so I'm like, good, you can deal with it. Bed truck guy. Wait. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Idiot. Snatch block, you hang it differently. Oh boy. Sometimes I feel like we should have maybe slings. Oh, I'm in the mud. A little bit longer would be ideal. God damn it. It's 2 a.m. ish. Parts of the yard are dry. It's not soup like it was last time, so this is good. But you can tell, like, underneath all this sand, it's just clay. Squishy clay. Yeah, I was almost spinning out right through here. It's like, oh, fuck. Because that's usually what happens. You're like, I want nothing to go wrong. Everything goes wrong. Well, that's about it for the fun and games for this video. The night will stop here for you guys. I gotta be at Knighton Junction for 7 a.m. Probably like 2.5 hours away. I'm sure it'll be gross too. It's not that cold out. I gotta grab some test equipment there and go to Grand Prairie. See you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.